We have a new plasma fire hunter from across the pond. Terra Firma. I'm going to show you his part 4 video. He's taken 4 videos now of plasma fire in his area. I'm going to show you his part 4 video.
So that's really badly burnt there. Really badly burnt there. But this one interests me because this one seems to have burnt from the inside out. Let's have a look. Yeah, definitely very dark soil here, like there's been a layer of ash or carbon. And that's definitely, burnt a branch or something. Tree stump there. Look at that. It's a burnt stump sticking out there. Completely burnt stump. And these burnt to hell. Damage seems to be on the outside, but yeah.
I would say right here, look in the ground right there. I'm going to include a link in the description of this video where you can see hollowed out tubes leading down into the soil where the roots once were. And that's what it appears to be in this case, because the tree that's tipped over has absolutely 0 roots on the bottom of it, like everything in the ground burned. I'm going to include one in the description. I think it's Fiery Sermon from the Valley of the Shadow, where you can see these trees that have burned out. There's holes in the ground that look like where a mole or a ground weasel or something has burrowed a hole. Those are actually round tubes going down into the dirt where the root once was and has since burned out clean. And that's what I think you might be looking at there, Terra Firma. Check it out next time you go back.
Falling over. On the inside. That's really black, that one.
These are definitely plasma fires.
And that one over there.
On one of them he says, "So there you go, Jeff." He mentions me a couple times, and one of them he's like, "So there you go, Jeff. Like, there's your freaking plasma fire video. Don't give me the Tiger, Doug, and Daniel treatment. All right, there you go. So there you go, Jeff. It's good. You got to go watch his videos. Subscribe. He's going to show you more plasma fire from Britain."
You see, there's a layer of burnt soil. Really fucking deep layer, actually. It was a bracken that had caught fire. I can imagine it burning quite quickly, and then it'd be gone. I mean, this is some heat that's been on these trees. But anyway, what do I know?
Let me tell you what you know. You are the leading arbor plasmologist in Britain right now, and I covered that in my most recent upload, and James talks about it too, and I've said it many times. I call it meritocracy funneled through bureaucracy creates credentialism. And just because you don't have the credentials to say that you know something, the truth is you've got a 2-year degree on this and you know more about this subject than any other person you stop on the street corner because of the last 2 years you've been watching this channel. So you're welcome for your 2-year degree, except you roll in this that you know a lot about this subject compared to the average person, and you should not doubt your knowledge that you have about it. And that's what James True is talking about, that people doubt their own ability, their own merit, because they haven't funneled it through a bureau that gave them a credential. Meritocracy funneled through bureaucracy creates credentialism, and if people don't have the paper on the wall, they don't get to do it. Which, inversely, if a doctor has a bunch of pieces of paper on the wall, you don't ask him how many surgeries he's performed and what his success rate is or anything else. You see little papers on the wall from the bureaus and the institutions that gave him those little pieces of paper that say he merits to be able to open you up and work on you. You just let him open you up. We're going back to a meritocracy. And in a real meritocracy, you know more than anyone else you stop on the street corner about the subject of plasma fire. So don't doubt yourself when you're making your future videos, I would say. So as you can see here, this is as accessed from my phone, where Full Spectrum Gravy Tsunami Part 1 uploaded 1 day ago, and it has 107 views, 8 thumbs up, and 2 comments. And I even read the 2 comments. So it did get out to some people, but I might have to remake it because I don't think it gets out to everybody, but it gets out to some people, but it has some very important gravy in it. Like this picture that somebody sent me of a seraphim. And that looks very close to what we saw in the picture the other day that Logic Before Authority covered. The original came from Mr. MB3, and it looks like a dragon in the sky, where you can see the wings and a spiral tail that comes down on that dragon in the sky. So we can see 4/6 of a seraphim from this part right here down is what we can see on that dragon in the sky. We can see what looks like a double helix coming down, which are actually 2 more wings. And we can see these 2 wings on Mr. MB3. And I've made 2 videos about seraphim, and they've showed up both times. Once I was making a video that day, I uploaded a video about seraphim, including Sarah Young, S-E-R-A-P-H, Sarah Young, first female to vote in Utah. And the Serapeum, which is where all the knowledge from the Library of Alexandria was moved to after it got burned down. A Serapeum, a temple dedicated to Serapis, S-E-R-A-P-I-S, a god that was pretty much a Jesus-looking face and head with a serpent body. And then the very day that I uploaded that video, I delivered my load, and the guy who I had signed the bills signed his name, and I asked him, "What's your name?" so I could print it right next to it so we'd know his name, and he said, "Seraphim." I said, "What?" "Seraphim." "What? Really? Did you seraphim like angel?" "Yeah, that's what it means." I pulled out my camera and said, "Say it again for the people." And he said, "It's seraphim. It means angels." "Yeah, okay." Because I just uploaded that video earlier in the day about seraphim. The next time I was making a video, truck next to me pulls up with an image of an angel on the side with a sword and a shield and wings. So it's very curious how this works, but I might have to make part 1 over again. I got part 3 through from cutting out the last part, which was part of the video by Imagine Dragons called Follow You, where at the end they get on the white light dragon after fighting all the bad dragons. And at first it starts out with the red and blue, like the red and blue Kachina. And as they cruise around the planets, this red and blue Kachina leaves a trail of the string of pearls that goes from planet to planet, which is the 20 million mile long trail of debris that John Keane talks about in his video, A Third of the Stars Were Flung at the Earth. It is by this string of pearls that trails behind the red and blue Kachina that on the video, Imagine Dragons, they're going from planet to planet following that string of pearls. And at the end, they jump on the white light dragon after fighting and getting their way through all the bad dragons. But I had to cut that out of that last video, part 3, in order to get it uploaded. And I thank a couple people that helped me figure out what was going on there. Anyway, this is the kind of censorship we're looking at. Watch this. This is from my channel. Let me show you what it looks like from my other phone when I access it. This is what it looks like from my phone that I uploaded it. That's why it says your videos. And it shows me that part 1 uploaded, and that's when I look into it and it has 107 views right now. That's what we just looked at from my phone. Now let me show you what it looks like from my other phone that's an anonymous phone. In other words, what the computer sees as the average user. In other words, one of you guys. So accessing it from this other phone, it doesn't say your videos up here. It says Jeff Snyder 2. And as you can see, it's got part 3 that finally uploaded after I removed that Imagine Dragons piece of their video that I'm going to link in the description that you should watch. And it's got part 2. Part 1's missing. It didn't receive a notification for part 1, nor when I access my videos right now. This is actually live. Watch, I can go to my home. It goes to terra firma. Library. This is the history. Go to Full Spectrum Gravy. On Jeff's channel. Show all images, and they'll show you how they go to Jeff's videos. This is all Jeff's videos when you access them from my other phone. Jeff doesn't have part 1. This is live accessing my YouTube page from my other phone. The one that I'm recording from right now is the one I usually access my page from. This one is a dummy phone to them. I just bought it, and the only thing I subscribe to is my YouTube page and one other. So this is pretty much an anonymous user phone. And anonymous user doesn't get access to part 1 for whatever reason. Didn't get a notification either. So maybe I got to go through and find whatever part was in there that didn't get it to upload or try it again. But part 1's got some gravy, man. Just like those seraphim I just showed you that look exactly like what we saw in Mr. MB3 and Daniel's video.